now I'm launching my own business in health and wellness.
Great. Someone asked you, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm launching my own business in the health and wellness. You just said it without even thinking about it.
That's what I want
think
to
about it
say.
every day.
Well,
And I've had a chance to say it before. One time I said I'm a network marketing professional.
okay,
One time I said I'm in sales.
right?
And they said, oh, what do you sell? And I said sales because that's what I've done for the past 13, 15 years. It just came out.
Right.
And I was like, free nutrition system.
You say, I sell freedom. I sell freedom, yeah.
But you have to say it out loud to make it feel right. And if it doesn't feel right, we shouldn't be saying that. Did that feel right?
Yeah.
I could tell. Yeah, I could tell.
It's what I do.
You got it now. You got it. Aaron, what do you?
Yeah, not so
Educational
much
life
business.
through health and wellness and wealth.
Okay.
And I'm also a hairstylist.
Okay, great. Exactly. Now, so all kinds of different, all different professions, all different income levels, all different people that have an interest in the income. So we should never be afraid to talk to anyone because we don't know what their situation is. And each and every one of you have a situation where you want this to work for you. You are making it work for you and you're helping several other people. How many of you have team members in this room from your team? Look at that. Right. Exactly. Okay, cool. So, things to think about. All kinds of things to think about. So, Facebook. The best thing to do on Facebook is post.
Nutritional cleansing. Do not use the word
Do not use the word
isogenics.
isogenic.
And why is that? So that they don't go check it out themselves?
Because they can go to Amazon and go buy it from someone else. You want them to contact you. So it's important that you can talk about your system and what you love. You know, I kind of think it's good to just pique your interest with your life, how you're living, and how you're feeling, versus necessarily saying, you know what, this is, you know, I'm using this, and this, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then they kind of say, well, what's going on with her? Hey, what you doing? I'll PM you. And then you just kind of.
Because you want them to come to you.
You
You don't want them to just.
You're
And there's
fishing. Remember, you're fishing.
And if I had gone, and it's funny, someone several years ago, they were doing, everyone always wants to lose weight, and I remember, I looked at isogenics, and I thought, ugh, what a con. You know what I mean? Because you look at that website, you don't know these people, you don't know that it actually worked and who they were. So I really never want people to go to the website unless I send them there for the story beforehand, right?
Right.
So, people still post isogenics on their page.
And it, well, yeah. And I feel like that, you know, the story I always say, if you're fishing, you don't want to hunt, because if you think about it, when you go hunting, things run away from you. When you're fishing, it's a totally different. You know what I'm saying? So if you're fishing, you just kind of lay your bait out there. You're laying your bait out there. Don't eventually come to the bait. But if you're hunting, you're going to let people run away from you. You're like, oh my God, get away.
That's my problem with men.
Yeah.
Very subtle. People are really cute.
So we can say ISA or something like that, nutritional cleansing or your health program or something like that. We don't want to associate with just weight loss because.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. If you don't represent the fact that you are part of isogenics, and they don't know that, then if they hear about isogenics or something, then they won't associate you with it. So if you have a relationship, and especially on Facebook, where you may not see somebody face to face, they might hear it and go, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to contact Erin because I think I saw her that she's doing that. So I almost disagree with, like, sometimes you want to fish, sometimes you just want to say, this is how it is. And
well, I think it's like a little bit of both. Like if you like for instance, in the beginning I said, like I got a lot of responses like, oh my gosh, my girlfriend, so glad she started the nutritional cleansing system I told her about. She's going out and buying new underwear, right? She didn't want to be named. Well, I got a lot of people like, what is she using? Like that was like, and it's a true story, like what's happening? And so I private messaged all of them.
Exactly.
Right.
I was going to say, doing your private messages.
So I mean, that's pretty immediate, and that's the kind of post you're going to do. Like, those nutritional cleansing kind of quotes are about a before and after, or it's like, you know, you should look at my dad. Here's his before and after. So glad he's cleansing. He's using the cleanse. Who's not cleansing these days? Everybody knows what we're cleansing.
Something. So they're juicing. They're doing something. They're doing
so I definitely like so when you PM them right away. There's no delay, you PM them right away, then you do let them know, hey, I'm using isogenics, I've been using, you tell me a little story in 3 or 4 sentences, can I give you a call? Or I'll say, hey, can I give you a call if you're good friends, you'll just call them up. Hey, so that you're interested in the post.
Right.
So,
And most of us too, like if you're, I know people know that I use the products, not even so much that I use the words, but like in pictures, I have on a shirt that says Isogenics. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying it out here, come on, but they see it, they see the product, they see the things in my hand, they can tell.
right, but
And
that's
then
pretty
it's just
recent though
associated, you know what I
too,
mean?
because we never wore our shirts.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
like,
Yeah, and then people see it, or I was at, when I got the award, it was kind of like,
Yeah.
they see it in the background, it's not necessarily me saying, here it is in your face, but I'm, if I'm saying something, they can kind of see through pictures and visuals, and it's not necessarily me throwing it in their face so much.
Right, yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
I think as a brand new person, you don't want to introduce this to your friends and family on Facebook and say Isogenics, because then they're going to go back. But if you've made a presence, if you've made statements, if people are responding, they know what you're doing, go ahead and throw it out there. And I go back and forth, Isogenics, I said, throw it back. But in the beginning, teach your people not to say Isogenics in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
But throw it out there. Before and after pictures and testimonials, and just give them fun little tips, recipes, ideas, exercise, anything like that that's of interest, and that will catch their attention but still leave some mystery. So they want to look at your posts.
and it comes to, I think like unconsciously for me, people begin seeing me as like, they come to me for advice about eating. Like, and I hate being at a party sometimes because people confess, oh, I just had one. Like, you're forgiven.
My
Oh,
sister
there's
does
only
it
my
all the
second
time.
glass of wine. I think it's okay. You know, so you gotta be careful with like, but that's fine because they do know that like, and that the tough part of that for me is to be accountable that I really have to live the lifestyle. Like, I can't be speaking on Facebook about eating healthy and working out and be seen with, I don't know, it could be some ice cream sundae. Because it'd be like, it's okay, but yeah, or someone sees me eating donuts all the time at a party.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I'll go to the popcorns.
I
But you eat something, but you want people to know you're normal too, like, so I will post wine, once in a while if I have that, but it really is about being accountable, and I have to remember that, like, I now have this image.
Right,
We're gonna have to like,
branding.
live up to.
But having said that, like you said though, you want people to understand this is a lifestyle. I am not on a diet. I'm
No,
living my life.
and they're not
Yes, I am going
restricted.
to live life, and if, like you said, if you're gonna have wine, I know that I can go back and do a cleansing. I know what I can do to
Right.
adjust.
This
And
is
this
true.
is life, you know what I mean? So if I go try to pretend I'm not eating a
That you're
certain
not
way,
having
then I'm not
fun.
really living a real,
Exactly.
I gotta show myself, honestly and truly.
Right, yes, true. So just kind of, so what's gonna start happening, like for me, like a lot of things, I do a lot of quotes or, things that kind of speak to me. And that's what that page to me should be about. And I see some people kind of turning it into their business page, and you stop reading it. You stop reading their posts, you don't wanna look at it anymore, like, and
Yeah.
that's what you save the private groups for, game changers. I mean, that's what that's for, right? You put your people on those pages, and then you can go ice crazy with your friends that you were planting the seeds with.
Exactly.
But I know when I realized I didn't know this. So I thought I was being kind of like incognito with Isa, like sharing when I want, not realizing that if there's a button that if you like something, right, it's shown on your page. Like if you're sharing with everybody. So anytime Stephanie on her private page put something about Isogenics and I liked it, it was going on my page.
Yeah.
Some people will like, oh yeah, I see your likes on all the time. I'm like, really? I thought I was being so subtle.
But that's still a little bit more subtle though.
It is, but I mean, when you have like
Just
what?
saying it.
I do a lot of liking,
Like 20
Raquel,
likes.
Jasmine.
I know, I like it a lot.
I
I don't think it is that
so
way
now I've kind of been
anymore.
watching my likes. Like,
Yes, it is.
but you
And then
like
if
me,
someone
like, having
tags
videos,
you.
certain habits.
And if someone tags you and all that, it's on their page.
So
Well, yeah,
when
they
people
take it,
say,
yes.
hey, can I
Yeah, that's
put
what-
your picture?
Yeah.
I think I responded to you, I said, yes, but please do
And I
not
did tag,
me."
yes.
Because, if 50 people ask my picture before and after, then I have 50 times that stupid before and after picture. Boom, boom, boom. And my brother says, do you post anything else?
I'm not doing it.
Right, so that's true. Yeah, that's a really good point. So, because
Yeah,
for us, I
horrible.
feel like I'm a tech idiot. So anyone's like, tech here, please help me. So I was like, how do you picture my friend's baby on your wall? Like, you don't even know her. She's like, because you liked it. Oh, that's how that works.
She may have tagged you.
Or something. So I gotta
Thank
figure
you.
it out.
Which is kind of irritating.
What about
It
the
is.
title? Like,
It's not that
well,
big a deal.
I found out one of my old coworkers is a 2-star golden circle
Okay.
at Isogenics.
Yep.
But I don't know what that means, but
Yes, you do, we just,
Would
did
you like to share?
2-star, 20 cycles,
20 cycles.
golden, she's executive. Which
Oh.
means she has 5 consultants in her left, 5 on her right.
oh, that's what.
And
that
we
means.
have 3 in the room, if not higher than that.
Right, so for example, I'm 3-star golden circle. There's 4, you're 4-star,
4-star and 2-star.
2-star.
Okay.
Who's 1 star? You're 1 star.
One
Not
star.
1 star yet?
Still not.
So basically, all that means, it has to do with your cycles. So if you're a 4-star, you're cycling over
So
60
close.
times a week. If you're a 3-star, you're cycling 40 times a week. It
Okay.
just has to do with.
So while we're on the topic, is it a good idea to put your
Absolutely.
title on there as you're
Absolutely.
having
And
success?
People
right.
want to be with successful people.
Right,
Okay.
so if you have, if you know, and I kind of play that, I don't necessarily, it just kind of depends.
Oh, I play it.
I mean,
I've been in this industry for a while too, people know that.
I actually got like a little line that we have a signature in your email. I should
Right,
have
I have not done that, I need to put that on my
Yes.
signature.
I don't even have business
You've earned it.
So I-
You've worked hard for it.
I think she immediately sniffed me out that I've got started. She's like, oh, because you're like, oh, it's great you're posting your hiking picture. Because I mentioned cleanse, and I realized that, oh yeah, I just started as oh, you know, I've been right on the verge of reaching out to you about it. I'm like,
Do you see that? That's your second
Yeah.
clue.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
need to start talking to people. Like this is like
Exactly.
in your face.
it's there.
There's somebody right now in your mind
Crazy.
that you haven't approached yet that you gotta call.
You
them
better call,
tomorrow.
because somebody else, I'm telling you.
That's
you're
what I'm
gonna
saying,
see
how do we want to
so
use
quickly.
text messaging?
We should do that right now. Everybody grab their phones. Oh,
Well,
kinda
it's
late.
8, it's
Yeah,
5
it's kinda late.
We were gonna have you guys,
Yeah.
and we'll do it next time, we were gonna have you contact 5 people, just text 5 people real fast. So before you guys leave tonight, or before you drive away, if you wanna do it in your car, text 5 people and invite them to meet with you to learn more about this,
Okay.
okay? Your choice.
And it could just
How many
be,
business
hey, how
days
about
for both?
Right,
Yes,
it could
Greta.
just be, let's
And we have a
go
great
there.
thing to text about tonight. So I was going crazy at work. Texting, what do we have? Free enrollment.
Free enrollment.
Till
Free until
Sunday.
Sunday.
So, that is a great, yes, that's a great way of
On
just saying,
President's Pack and Peace Center.
I know it's not
$29.
super
It's
hard.
29.
Off, so you,
So
yeah.
no matter what pack they order, 150 BB or more, $29 off. And it's automatically done when you sign them up.
So
Also
Sunday.
From
And
now
that
until
goes to
26.
anybody. So like if you talk to them and they said, oh, I'm not ready
Is that a
yet.
national thing?
Might have
Or is it local?
Yes, no, it's national, it's not international.
But I mean like Florida, like.
Yeah, anywhere in the
Anywhere.
country. This one is not international. There were certain countries that were involved.
This kind of-
It's from the company, so the company.
So use this is huge. The company really doesn't do this on a regular basis at
No.
all.
Yeah.
You want to take advantage of that.
With auto
Go
ship.
Crazy, and you call people, it gives you this sense of
And
urgency.
it is with
Oh my
auto ship.
gosh. Yeah, you have to enroll them on auto ship of 150 and more.
Oh, it's not $1?
No,
Ooh.
no.
it's
You would
not.
change it back.
Free enrollment,
So
Oh, yeah, you're right.
assuming you're doing auto ship.
You
You have to do auto ship to get the free
It's
enrollment.
auto ship,
It did
free
say-
But
enrollment.
auto ship could always be changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's auto
You've
ship.
got 30
We read
days
it.
to
Like,
change
Fine,
it back.
No, it's auto ship doesn't mean that you go on auto ship though.
150 BB on the auto ship.
150.
So they have to sign
you
up with the
sure?
pack. Yeah,
Did you call?
no.
Here, I have the picture, I have
They have to
the
sign up with the pack and put them on auto ship of 150 or more.
No, not
So
for
just
this.
get them on a 30-day pack, and then if they really need to change it, which hopefully they don't, hopefully they'll just stay on their 30-day pack. And if they need to change it, you can change it tomorrow or the next day or whatever, but you have to sign them up on auto ship right away. But most people want to stay on a system. And our job is to let them know, I need to do this in order to get you your enrollment. Actually, what the company's trying to do, always
Oh, no, it's
go a
not.
little bit deeper. When people
No.
offer promotions, there's a lot of reasons behind it.
Wrong.
No, it's
Sorry, I
wrong.
hate to
Tell
tell
me
you you're
can do
wrong.
it $1. It's
Here you
$1.
go. Auto ship enrollment plus $20 off the pays that are present. Valid on auto ship with any system of 150 BB.
Right.
So no.
So your
So you're
auto
going
ship
on
can
auto ship,
be
but you're purchasing any system.
of 150. Your auto ship doesn't have to be 150. The system has to be 150 or more.
system.
The
Yeah.
initial
The
system.
initial system that you purchase
Yeah.
has to be
Yep,
150.
valid.
All right, well, I wish they would use the 150 auto ship. I really wish they would. And if you dive deep into it, that's just gonna get you into the habit of automatically putting your new people on auto ship with the system so that they continue. You're gonna have higher retention rate, they're gonna stick with the program. If you put them on $1, which we can do, if you put them on the $1 and they don't get product the next month, what's gonna happen?
Well, I only
There's
got
a chance that they stay with it.
I only put them on $1 because just
For the first
until,
month.
just for the first month, just until they decide after they do their first 30 days
What they
it is
want.
that they
If
want.
I do $1, I try to make sure it's halfway through the month, that's
You
when
see how they're
we need to
doing.
talk to them.
We need to
Sit down and say, okay,
But
we need to
it's
get about
it's not
this.
really good
It is
because I think
The welcome letter I copied and pasted had.
Those are my front, those are my front.
Absolutely.
Fair enough, I get it.
Absolutely.
For the different ones, yes, you have
Absolutely.
options, but calls will make it your goal.
Well, you let them know that this is something you're gonna wanna stay on. We can change it, we can edit, we can cancel it anytime, with whatever you want. But let's start you with a 30-day system. How much weight do you want to lose? Well, I need to lose 50 pounds. Great, you're going to need to continue on a 30-day system for a few months.
Right.
Let's put you on auto ship for a 30-day system. Anytime you want to change it, we'll change it. But if I set you up for $1 and they want to lose 50, 80 pounds or whatever it may be, they're not going to lose it in their first month. It's not going to happen. And then time goes by, they didn't order, they forgot about it, they got used to that lifestyle of eating carbs and sugar.
But see, what happens too is the urgency, because we used to do that in the beginning, remember, we put everybody in
I
shakes.
still do. Oh, right.
Everybody would want shakes, right? So you put at least a bunch of shakes. And then, so they made up, they forgot and wanted to, then I said, oh, let's just do the $1, because then if I forget and they forget, there's no loss, so I don't like the auto ship. Well, now, just that kind of aha moment was, what happens is, there's no sense of urgency for me anymore, so I forget to follow up. Before I used to put that 3-week mark in my phone. Hey, 3 weeks. On the auto ship, you have shakes. Did you want to add anything else? How you doing? Right now, I don't even put the 3-week mark in anymore. So I figured, oh, they'll just call me. They're on $1. Everyone doesn't mind spending $1 for Make-A-Wish. So kind of for the business builders, it makes sense to, because you're going to be responsible for that person of getting a thing of shakes they don't want. Right? Or they might want it in something else, but it gives you that sense of urgency.
Gives you the sense of urgency, but also ownership, that you believe they're going to want to do this as a lifestyle.
Right.
That you're not just trying this for a month to see if they like it. You're going to like it, you're going to want to stay on it, you're going to want to continue to receive it. Let's get it every month.
Right.
You may have to play it individually, but try it, play it individually.
It's exactly what I say is, listen, if I set them up, you know, if I do their forms, or even if I say, if they're wanting to just do it on my website, I say, you know, you're gonna, go ahead and do the auto ship, because, and this is simply what I say, and I say, change it to 29 days, because I don't want you to be not having your shake in the morning, which I guarantee you will want and love, even though you may not believe me right now. Trust me, you will. There's 98% chance that you will want this. So therefore, put it at 29 days so that it comes the day before you need your next order of shakes. And I said, and it can always be changed. There's no problem, but at least you know that your system is coming and you can continue. I just don't really give them, and I say, you know, it can always be changed. You have a great customer service.
Do you do the full 30 day or do you do more shakes?
Well, I'm starting to try, and I want to do just put them on another 30-day system. It needs to start becoming part of my vocabulary. It has not yet. What I've done is I've just put them on shakes and cleanse, because to me that's, you know, so I think I should just do the 30-day.
I think they want to base it on individual people. Those that want to lose a lot of weight, there's no question about it. They need to be on a 30-day.
Yeah.
And every person that I've put on it that needs to lose a lot of weight, I ask them, you know, okay, we're at their 30-day mark. Do you want to continue with 30-day? Yes. Okay, now if they're an athlete, they may want to just do the cleanse and shake. They may want to mix it up and do certain things. But there are certain people in certain situations where you just know it's a 30-day. And so you need to direct them. You need to help them. But know that we have the options. Let's take a picture before anyone else leaves. But we have the option of returning, of canceling, of editing, of changing.
And that's the other thing I say to them is, I will teach you how to, when's the next time you meet on the phone, and I will teach you how to go in and edit your auto ship, so that you know how to fix it and adjust it.
Yes.
And so then I teach them.
Yeah.
Not perfect all the time, but getting better.
Yes. Good.
In closing, can we talk about how we're going to market this free product? I mean,
Free
free
moment.
moment, yeah, free moment.
Okay.
Let's talk
So
about that.
any of
So
these
we can all put
ways.
it up.
Yeah. Any
What
of
would
these
you
things.
say?
Well, I just did my story today on Facebook, And I'll do more, I'll continue to do more, but I'll use
For the
this
free
week to
enrollment.
really
enrollment.
Free
right
enrollment
now.
we're talking right now.
Right. So I did my story, and then like in this week, we're offering free enrollment. So if anyone else wants to have better sleep, a more relaxed, like lose some weight, we're offering free enrollment this week. It's okay, you
I
can
just did, I
You
did
can
my
do
story
someone
on
else's.
Netflix. I did
Do
mine
someone
on Netflix,
else's.
said,
What did
today,
you say?
today just wrote, you all, those of you who know me know how much I love my nutritional system. This week we have free enrollment.
That's a great
That's
one.
it.
That's what
And
I
I
like.
did, and I put that, and I had a little
I'm
thing
gonna put
underneath
this
it
on right now.
that
This is a
said,
good time to post on Facebook
This
so
is
no one.
great time if everyone wants to take out their phones and post something.
and I
on
said, and I had a little picture underneath it that said 6 months from now, you're gonna wish you started yesterday.
I'm at a
Oh,
training session and I just learned.
Okay, I'm just gonna look yours up. I'm doing yours.
That's what I did yesterday, I put it on.
I don't know if I can take a picture of
And
everyone.
I wanna say, why wait
On
for
my
Christmas?
regular page.
Why wait for
That's what I said.
January to
That's
start
what I
getting New
said,
Year's
especially with the
resolutions?
holiday. I think it's especially the holidays coming up. I think that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I am taking a picture of everybody.
Oh.
All right, I got everyone in. Your job to smile. I'll take two.
Get off your phone, Linda.
I'm not doing business.
All right, so you can use that picture.
Raquel, I
You can
love
use
it.
someone else's story. You can use before and after. You can just use a fun picture of someone else
Where's
in
my
the
friend
wilderness hiking
Raquel
with
on
their
here?
friends.
Steal her
Whatever you want to do. Someone
Wow,
else.
Sorry,
message.
text-
What is your nutritional system?
So Facebook, text.
Wait,
How many of you?
Are you gonna reply privately to that?
Yeah.
No, she messaged
I
me.
never.
I wrote on
Told
there.
you.
Now, that's my question now. My question is, what do I do now?
Oh, come
You
on.
private message her and say,
No, she did private message.
so do you have her phone number?
I did,
Say
yeah.
what time you
Well, I
guys
just
will
probably-
text tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
calling.
So you want to use Facebook text and all of our technology as most as you can in the beginning, that as quickly as you can, get on the phone with them. You do not want to continue to go back and forth because there's no emotion, there's no connecting. You've got to create the emotion with them and let them understand this can really change your life. You just see that this can really change your life. Yeah, sure. I've seen all kinds of commercials saying the same thing. Buy now for $39.95.
How come I can't like copy and paste from Facebook?
Yeah, I know you can't.
You can't copy and
No,
paste.
you can't.
You can download pictures, but you
No, and
can't.
if you have a
I probably
continue,
can't
like
go
you
to
have
Rasmussen.
continue.
I probably
It's all like my words and links.
It's hard to do it on there. I do it on my computer though.
No, computer I can, but I can't.
Oh, on your
Do it on
phone.
there.
You
Okay.
can't do it on a computer.
Text messaging, how are you guys gonna let people know
Do you have
about
an
this
Android phone?
free
No,
enrollment?
I don't.
Because on Android, you just go like that,
Uh,
and it doesn't.
Do it again, do it again.
Just
Oh, we
slide.
can do a screenshot, but I don't want to do a screenshot.
Oh.
Because I want to change it up a little bit, sorry, Kelly, you know.
Okay,
Gotta
go.
figure out what Rob is talking about, but okay.
Anyway.
Text messaging, how can you let someone know about the free message or free enrollment?
Same thing on my Facebook.
I know you've been thinking about it.
Text to
I
talk to
just
you.
feel like I should let you know. You wanted me to get back to you.
Now's the
This is a great
time.
time.
Special
Christmas is almost
window of
here.
opportunity.
Yeah, because girls always are putting those 20% off at Macy's.
Right,
Hello.
right, exactly. Okay, I got the coupon for you.
Oh, yeah. I got an
All
official
right,
coupon
you're
for
at a
you.
party, let's just say social party this week. And you're talking to someone. Sonia, this is a good one, kind of going back and forth what you and I have been talking about. You're at a party, someone is showing an interest, it's this week with free enrollment. What do you do?
Say this week it's free enrollment.
Great. This is, I'm so glad we're talking about this because we're actually offering free enrollment this week.
I'm going to a party Wednesday.
There you go, all right, Shana. So actually, it ends tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take care of this today. It's a free, no, I'm sorry, it ends Sunday. I was thinking Thursday, but it's only this week only. We can take care of it now if you
Oh,
want.
with you too.
Get you started right now. And if they're drinking, it's a great time to get started. People easily whip out their credit cards. They easily whip out their credit cards. And yeah, just know that in your heart, if they change their mind the next day, we can cancel it. We can change it for them, so we're not hurting anyone by taking advantage of emotion at the moment. Okay, because we can change anything if they made a mistake or whatever. No problem, no problem. All right? One-on-one. How would you tell someone about free enrollment one-on-one?
Or meet with them. I mean.
Marlene, I'm so glad we met today. And I'm really glad we got a chance to talk about this. I know you're really going to love this, and I'm really glad it was today because the company's actually offering free enrollment. I can save you some money, and of course, we're all about saving money. So if we do it now, we can save that money. Sound good?
Who doesn't like a good deal?
Instagram. How would you do it on Instagram?
You really do the same thing that she did. She just sent a picture.
Yeah,
Just
that
put the picture
picture.
on there, and then in the comments,
Contact me.
same comment.
Talk to you about free enrollment.
Exactly. Pinterest.
Hashtag.
How would you do your hashtags?
Free enrollment. There you
That's
go.
how we speak in Instagram. It's all
Pinterest. What would you do on Pinterest to share free enrollment?
I just put recipes on there.
Okay, look for something creative. Put a recipe out there. If you would like to get the protein to go in these cookies, contact me. We're offering free membership to our wholesale prices. Twitter, same thing. You're in a group. You're volunteering. You're at a charity event. How would you offer? Same thing. It's all things. You're just connecting with people. You're just talking from your heart. You're just telling them about it because you love what you have now put in your bodies, that you want to continuously share it with people. Okay, so we have gone past our time, and I apologize for that.
Did you
But
talk
good
about form?
discussion. Did I talk about what?
Like, just how to get the, like, form, the whole.
Oh, get the enrollment forms?
No, just like in starting, identity building, rapport with you.
Oh, rapport. No, we did not. Would you like to?
Just quickly, if you're in a social setting, and sometimes it's hard to come, like start that conversation, but pretty much your conversation can lead to isogenics. You can kind of guide it that way. And pretty much if you're asking people about their family, about their occupation, about the things they like to do, any of that kind of stuff, when you're talking to them and they start talking to you about, you listen to them. It's really important to listen. You're listening to them talk about their families, and then they're going to ask you about yourself. You know what I mean? Because when you start asking them about them, they're going to talk, and then they'll come back, how are you doing? And that's where you can start, well, this is what I've been doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you can always get the conversation to where you want by first really talking to people, asking them questions, and getting them to share their own story, or share what's going on with them. And then they're usually going to come back to you and say, well, what if, because it's kind of rude if they don't, right?
Yeah.
So it's just important to just kind of really listen a lot, you know what I mean? Open-ended questions.
Dale Carnegie calls it take a genuine interest.
Yes, take a genuine, exactly.
So it can't be fake, you gotta be
You
genuine.
gotta be genuine,
in your
it has to be
interest.
genuine, you gotta be really
It'll
interested.
come back to you, but
Exactly.
initially, give it the attention and
Yes.
Real quick, is Instagram all hashtags?
it's not.
So
No,
it's like, it's like,
No,
take
no,
a
it's
picture, call me,
You can do it with no
hashtag,
hashtags.
pre-enrollment.
You can do
It's
right.
just that no
With
hashtags.
You don't need a
It
hashtag.
groups your picture with that same hashtag.
Should I do call me or just,
Hashtag free enrollment.
or ask me, or,
And you know that if you put you can do you can't do it Facebook, but if you do it with Instagram, you can link it to your Facebook, so when you post on Instagram, it automatically goes to your Facebook. You can't do it the other way.
yeah, I really need help.
Yeah.
See the look
Facebook and
Yeah.
All right. So we had a couple girls over today, and we were discussing different things. Basically, what we kind of talked about is we've now done almost the 90 days. I think we're about a month away from finishing up our 90 days. So really, in reality, we have gone over everything we need to go over as far as the product, the compensation plan, how to share, where to share, what to say, right? So now we want to discuss just putting it to use. And so we talked about doing weekly tasting parties and getting together a couple different locations around the valley, so you have a choice of where you can send people, and having different people be the one in charge of it, the one to do the demo, the one to bring the supplies, so that everybody gets really familiar, you get rid of any fears, but you have the support of your friends, we're all there. You get to invite your friends, but again, we all invite, and really grow. And we're taking all this information we've been learning and just put it to use. Just going out there and having people attend and come together, taste the product, learn the business, hear other people's stories, see other people's before and afters, and come together as a group. So we've been talking about doing one in the Scottsdale area, Linda's Guest House, and one at Sonia's Guest House, 16th Street and Buckley.
We could do it at my house, but that's really west side.
Okay,
Well,
and
no,
then we have
not
West
compared to
Side.
Kathleen, I'm really west.
I can do it.
I'm in Desert Ridge.
Okay, so we're talking about doing it regularly for about 60 days,
Perfect.
right? Just do a little section of
Put it
time.
on a calendar.
We want the urgency. We want people to know this is available now. It may not be available in 9 weeks from now or 10 weeks from now. It's available now. We want you to come together now. We want you to get your teams now. And just do it that way. We'll skip these meetings. We'll kind of combine it into the tasting meeting. So we're not adding another meeting. We might need to change the date and go back and forth. So if we want a west side, so that someone's willing to offer their home or something, we'll do a west side. We'll do like first and third in Scottsdale. Second and fourth week on the west side. I don't think we have anyone that's really East Valley, do we? No one's East Valley. We're all central and a
Where's
little bit
East
of
Valley?
west.
What's East Valley?
Like Mesa, Gilbert, anyone here in this room. We have people, but not in
What's
this
East
room.
Valley?
Mesa, Gilbert,
All my girls are there. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, but they can just hop on the 101 and I'm right
Yeah.
out of Chaparral.
And Angie's actually starting to do a weekly tasting. It's Angie.
Oh,
And she's going to do every Thursday. April was doing every Wednesday, but during the daytime. We'll have to check with her. So we might have in East Valley. But so we really, really want to focus in on this for all of those different reasons. Everyone in? Yes. Okay, everyone like that idea? Let's put it to use. Let's stop talking about it. Let's do it.
Well, hold on, though. I like the idea, but for me, I visualize 1 week at one location. Do you know what I'm saying? So that we're not splitting up like west, east side, so, you know, because you really, the idea, I think, is to really have our group grow and support each other. It's almost like when Tao and I came to your house when we did the launching, there's like different groups, different leaders who brought people. And it just shares, like, it's just different stories, because it's always hard to do to do one in your house and have like 2 people show up and you invited 10 and you have those 2. Now it's still great. 2 people goes a long way, especially when they both sign up. But it's something that just makes it more, to me, I visualize it's a wellness Wednesday or whatever day we pick. It's really about creating a culture.
Then you have different,
So it's not just about a tasting party, it's about, we're creating a culture, we're getting together, we're telling stories, we're happy people, you know what I mean, it just happens, we want to talk to each other, we're connecting, it's that vibe.
And if you don't have all of them show up, we end up doing a meet, we can just.
We can just do a meeting,
Exactly.
so,
Like, learning.
you know, I think like if we're all willing to kind of, I don't mind going to Northern
Exactly.
and, where is it?
16th Street.
In Glendale, yeah, I like that area. It's a good restaurant.
So,
Good restaurant.
Good restaurants, yeah. It's all good. So it means I think it's, we can carpool. I don't know if I'll go to like Gilbert, but you know, I'm just saying, you know.
right, yeah, I mean, the thing wasn't to separate, the thing was to stay together because we have really enjoyed staying together and sharing with each other. And how powerful would it be for, let's just say we each have one guest. How many people do we have tonight? Bless you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If each of us brought one guest,
That's a lot.
one guest, we have 15 people as guests. 15 people who may or may not act like guests. You know, however you act is fine, perfectly fine. We're not going to lie to anyone, but you know, you can be really enthused like you guys are and just share stories. If Raquel talks to my person that I brought, and that person is like, oh my gosh, thank you. I really love what you have to say. Yes, I'm signing up. Great, thank you so much, Raquel. Thank you, because I haven't gotten through to that person yet. They came here, but they still weren't ready until now, so thank you.
And sometimes they just need to hear.
Yeah,
See,
see something
a third party.
different.
There's a third party kind of thing on the phone.
Right.
They just want to hear someone else's.
They need the proof that it actually works other than just you. Right, so we all work together, but we were talking about doing different locations, just so that we have that but being consistent. And staying
Same day,
together,
same
same
time.
day of the week, same time, and maybe 1 to 2 locations.
Yeah.
Good?
I like it.
Okay, all right, fantastic. The other thing is, again, we want to have different people assigned for the one date. So in reality, so if we do, we were only talking 8, we've got 15 people, we could really do 4 months worth of, or we could have people partner. We could have people partner.
Partners good.
What?
Oh,
Very good. I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh my, that would be totally similar.
totally involved, or totally,
We need to partner because
That's
someone's
right.
making the shakes, remember, we talked about this.
Perfect.
While the other person's talking, it's hard to do a
Yeah.
whole thing by yourself, because you're blending and it's
But
not,
I
it
would
doesn't
assume
work.
though that we're doing it, even though, when you say partner, you mean partner bringing us up.
I
I assume
think
that
partner
everybody
bringing
bringing us up, because when you're
samples.
there, you're probably gonna have,
Doing
you
the
have the
demo.
help of the other.
Like
Yeah,
I'll
these are-
say, like I'll say, try to make up.
Right, but doing
the
the demo.
That's first, do the, yeah, you're the shaker.
Doing the demo together is
Yeah.
actually really nice,
You
rather than
bounce
just
off of
one
each other,
person.
too.
Exactly. And we're providing the samples. And one thing we came up with is let's have fun with these recipes that everybody's starting to post right now. And someone make protein cookies, or someone make the protein no-bake cookies. We don't have to do just shakes, or just bars, or just cookies, or just chocolates, or just want more energy. We can have some fun, and for those that are more creative, have some fun with it. They don't have to be expensive whatsoever, just make
Now
some
it's
cookies.
getting close to the holidays, we could like.
Right,
spice
then we
things
can do the
up.
holiday one, and everybody brings one.
Coming up with a gingerbread.
So no rules in general, for the most part, but two people, find a partner, pick a date. We were talking Wednesdays. Does anyone have any conflicts with Wednesday?
No.
Everything on Wednesday is like at 6:30. So it's not too early.
Are you good with Wednesdays?
So far.
Wow.
Because I work Mondays and Tuesdays.
Well, then great. Okay, excellent.
Why we always, don't you have a party already going?
Okay, you guys are my top ones. You get to use them.
I can help you out, but I think my husband can take it.
So we need to,
Okay. Okay. Yes,
we already have a party on the 29th going, so we could piggyback on
Wednesday.
that. And we also have a party this Thursday, this week, if anyone's available to go to.
Thank you for that reminder.
We need to,
You're supposed to put it in your books.
well, we need to
I'll talk about
post
myself.
those.
It's all good. I'm there. I'm totally forgetting about it though,
We
but
need
I'm
to
there.
post those. You need to post your ad on Game Changers or on
Yes.
Gypsy Queens
Yes.
or what other.
I think Gypsy Queen.
Facebook account we have.
Gypsy Queens is our prayer Facebook group.
I agree.
I feel that your partnering is really, really ideal because with my first tasting party, I had Linda help me and Stephanie help me, and I was nervous about it, but it was nice because I could speak with my own experience, and then Stephanie spoke of the product, and then Linda had her story to share, so it was just more interesting than just hearing me speak at my house, you know, so it was great. And also, other leaders brought their people too,
Yeah.
so it was a great turnout. You know, any hostess wants a good turnout in her party, and so I was like, oh my God, this is really good.
Right,
It's kind
it's
of like,
nice.
you know, the Smiths and the Jones. If my neighbor's gonna do it, I should do it. And then you don't have to worry about just having the two people, because that's a lot of pressure on the two people. But if we have 10 to 15 new guests and every person is signing up, or 80% of them, most likely,
We do like whoever
They're
brings the
gonna go
most
ahead.
guests, gets to get a little,
Text me or.
you know,
Right.
shaker cup or something,
Yeah,
you
you have
know.
raffle.
Yeah, so I mean, we can have like a lot of fun with this because there's a lot of us. But I think Stephanie brought up a good point too, because I kind of said, like as a leader, no one really wraps their head around being a leader until they actually say, I'm a leader.
Right.
And when you enroll one person, you are now a leader.
Right.
Because you're in charge of making sure the person's using the products correctly, and they know how to duplicate, because then it makes your job easier. So with these tastings, what I realized, because I was like, well, Stephanie, why don't you just take care of it, right? Like you should get all the
It
products.
shouldn't always be.
But, right, oh, I'm just kind of being a little tongue in cheek, but what was a good point was that she said to me, if I do that, then no one knows to come out of that comfort zone and to break away. And then realize I can do this, I how to do this. It's not duplicatable, because then they think they're in my shadow, you know. And so that's really the point of this, is that, you know, once you stand up and you embody isogenics, and you don't say, oh yeah, I sell isogenics, you know, or I share isogenics. Like, you just kind of, you know, once you say, oh yeah, I share isogenics, we have these meetings once a week, you should definitely come. It's a really, you know, it's a different way of being. So anyway, so that's why it's like bringing the products. It's not like, you know, yeah, I could probably supply product, like that product coming out of my Yazoo, but it's about really taking that, what's it, skin in the game? I never understood that.
Oh, yeah.
Having
So you have the skin in the game.
Having skin in the game, right?
Yep.
I don't know what that means, but
Take it from me. Shave some. I don't know what it is.
And you guys all
basically saying that you have this body,
Take
right?
the skin.
Like, that's why I hate to to give away free products. Like I used to give away free products, so when people buy it,
Never know.
they
Have skin in the game.
they have skin in the game and they have investment. You gotta be invested as a leader. By bringing products to the events, you're gonna have an investment into this group and you're actually gonna be telling people to come because if you're leading a party,
It's true.
you're gonna be like, oh shit, if what if no one else comes, I'm gonna make sure I have at least 10 of my friends coming. So, enjoy that investment piece.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, what
exactly.
she says.
Skin in the game. I'm gonna look that up. Okay.
Yes, very important. We'll continue to talk about that, but it's very important. And, you know, if Raquel is holding the meeting, I'm gonna pick on you today, but if Raquel is holding the meeting and none of my guests showed, that's okay, all right, that's okay. Cecilia's doing one next week. I'll just bring them next week. And then, oh, okay, none of my people are coming again. All right, that's okay. Ralph is having the next one. I'll just bring it to Rex. Well, we don't know how long we're going to continue these, so urgency. But if you're responsible, and that's your week, you better have some guests there. So it's really going to put you in charge a lot of things. But you'll feel very, very, very comfortable about doing it at any
Hey, I didn't
time.
fill one out. Did I get to fill one out?
Yeah, it's right behind you.
I
You don't have to fill it out. Okay, so we have a things to give away today. All right, number one, all to kind of go with what we're talking about. Who moved my cheese?
Great.
How many of you love this boy?
cheese.
Great.
Awesome.
So if you do get it, then you have one to give away.
My first sales job, they made me read
Yep.
it.
Yep.
That
Actually,
was the
this
first thing I
came
could
from
do.
my first sales job too.
Okay, number.
Okay, number is 347.
Oh wait, I thought they were picking
Okay, I
names.
already picked them. There you go.
Yay.
That's what it is. It's a
That's
You want to go together?
Awesome.
I got you covered. And I have two. I do have a black and white one, and I might have other colors with the boys with these. But, does anyone know what this is?
It looks like
It's a coupon book.
It's a little tickler system. You're missing the numbers and the months, excuse me. So you guys just have to get the numbers and the months. If you don't know what a tickler system is, we'll talk about it, you know.
Where'd you find those?
I think ticklers are bad.
It works.
It's a coupon book.
It works.
Right, ticklers just.
So I have two. I have number 344.
I put my ticket back, so that might be me.
That's okay. Oh. Does anyone have 344?
No.
All right, that's It was okay. It actually was okay. The next one is number 355.
No, I was 353.
There you go. Oh. Or maybe it was Annette. Nope, I didn't give Annette one. Well, what's yours? And no one has 344?
Does anyone need a tickler system?
Does anyone need one?
Does anyone need a tickler system?
Cecilia needs one. There you go. Because some of you do
Does
already
anyone
have
else need a tickler system?
Some of you have already made it. So,
I haven't made mine.
Raquel, do you want to explain it?
Okay,
Raquel,
Okay, Raquel, explain this.
I'll tell you how it works.
Okay.
Tickler system or
It's it.
Thank you.
just a way
Yeah.
to keep yourself on track. I actually have a picture somewhere if I can find it.
I see.
Are we Googling this? What's going on?
Okay,
Okay,
so
so basically, what I have is like a little recipe box, and you put those in there, and you get like the dates 1 through 31 pretty much for each day of the week, and you put that as dividers, okay, so that's gonna be in your box.
Where did you find those dividers?
I actually just bought blank dividers from Staples and just wrote 1 through 31 on them. Yeah. Yeah, and then I did the months too, because I found that I'm starting going to other months.
You gotta have the month.
Right, I gotta have the months.
Yeah.
So you start, separate ones per month. So for example, when I started September, I had September and I had 1 through 31 behind it, okay? Then I use those index cards, and basically, every person you talk to, every prospect you talk to, you fill out a card for them. And what I did is I would put their name and their prospect, their information on that card. And let's say I talked to them on September 15th. I know I have to follow up with them, and I decide when I'm talking to them when we're gonna follow up. And I put that card in that date,
I see.
the next date. Let's say I'm gonna talk with them on the 17th. I put that card on the 17th. It just keeps, it's a way of you making sure you follow up with every single person that you have spoke to. So you know what I mean? And so what happens when I start my day, the first thing I do is look in my box and say, what do I have to accomplish today? These are the things that I have to do today. I gotta talk to this person, because what happens is, for example, let's say you're talking to someone and they tell you, you know what? Let's talk about this in 2 weeks. Okay, you know how many times I forget to call that person? So basically, I put it 2 weeks from now. And 2 weeks from now, I can call them, hey, You know what I mean? But it really keeps it, like I have a person who told me, you know what, she told me, she was at my party, she said, you know what, I'll do this in December, I want this in December. What do I do? Took that card and I put it right at the beginning of December. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of keeps you accountable, helps you to follow the people and just kind of, you know, when you start your day, you kind of go, okay, what do I need to do today? These are the people I gotta follow up with. And I also put in there people that I've already enrolled who are building a business. So that way I can follow up with them. So I have a separate card that has, you know, I can call them and say, how are you doing? Or people on a system that you just started. You know what I mean? You can decide how much you want to do in there. But for me, if I have to follow up and see it, they've been on the system now for a week, I want to call them and see how they're doing. It's important for me to have it in there so I can see. And I write down information on the card so I know what's going on with them. Because you're not going to remember every single person. You know what I mean? Every single thing that's happening. You know what I mean? So if you can write it down, especially as prospect, you know, what their goals are, what they're trying to achieve, it's right there in front of you. So
It's great stuff. Great
She's
stuff.
really organized. Like,
And
she's
this
the
will help
person-
you if you're
Don't
not
come to
really
me for
organized
that.
to be organized.
That's right.
That's what I love about it. So we do have launching parties scheduled. I have one at my house Wednesday.
This
Very-
Wednesday?
Yeah, this Wednesday in 2 days.
Son of a gun.
I know, it was someone else's I completely forgot about. And Aaron's Thursday, I completely forgot about yours too. Thursday.
It's all good.
And then,
Even tickler systems.
I know. I brought my box today, it's in my car. That's how you guys got those, because I bought my ticket.